A magical picnic under the stars.
Once upon a time, in a small, picturesque village, there lived a kind girl named Lily. Lily loved nature and often spent her days exploring the fields, forests, and rivers that surrounded her home. One evening, as she gazed up at the twinkling stars, she had a wonderful idea. "I'll have a picnic under the stars," she exclaimed. Excited, Lily ran home and gathered her favorite snacks, fresh fruit, sandwiches, and homemade cookies. She filled her basket with a cozy blanket and a few colorful lanterns to light up the night. After finishing her preparations, she invited her friends, Ben, a cheerful boy with a knack for telling stories, and Mia, a curious girl who loved to ask questions. "Are you ready for an adventure?" Lily asked as her friends arrived. "We're going to have a magical picnic under the stars." As the sun began to set, they set off to a beautiful meadow just outside the village. The meadow was surrounded by tall trees and wildflowers, and it offered a perfect view of the night sky. Once they reached the spot, they spread the blanket on the soft grass and arranged their snacks. "Look at the sky," Mia exclaimed, pointing upward. The first stars were starting to appear, twinkling like diamonds against the darkening blue. As they enjoyed their picnic, Ben began to tell stories about the constellations. "That one over there is Orion," he said, pointing to a group of stars. "He was a great hunter in ancient times. And those 3 stars in a row are his belt." Lily and Mia listened intently, captivated by Ben's tales. Each story was filled with adventure, bravery, and magic. "What about that cluster of stars?" Mia asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "That's the Big Dipper," Ben replied. "It's part of a larger constellation called Ursa Major, or the Great Bear." As the night grew darker, they lit the colorful lanterns, casting a warm glow around them. They laughed and shared their dreams, talking about what they wanted to be when they grew up. Lily wanted to be an artist and paint the beauty of nature. Mia dreamed of becoming a scientist and discovering new planets. Ben, with a twinkle in his eye, wanted to be a storyteller, sharing tales that would inspire others. Suddenly, they heard a soft rustling in the bushes nearby. "What was that?" Lily whispered, her heart racing. They looked at each other, wide-eyed. Just then, a curious deer stepped out from the bushes. It had gentle eyes and a beautiful coat that shimmered in the lantern light. "Don't be afraid," the deer said in a soft voice. "I'm here to enjoy the night as well." The children were amazed. "You can talk?" Mia asked, her eyes sparkling with wonder. "Of course," the deer replied with a smile. "In this magical meadow, anything is possible. Would you like to join me in a little adventure?" Excitedly, the children nodded. The deer led them deeper into the forest. The trees were adorned with glowing fireflies, illuminating the path ahead. They walked through the woods, enchanted by the sights and sounds around them. As they ventured further, they reached a hidden glade where the trees formed a circle. In the center was a sparkling pond that reflected the starlit sky. "This is the wishing pond," the deer explained. "If you make a wish while looking at your reflection, it may come true." Lily, Ben, and Mia each took turns looking into the pond, making their wishes. After their wishes, they sat by the pond, sharing stories with the deer about their lives and dreams. The night was filled with laughter and joy, and the stars above twinkled brightly, as if celebrating their friendship.
The end.